Okay, so CMLL news. I believe it was CMLL, and you sent me this hairline. El Hijo del Vikingo collapsed after his match. It was a fatal four-way where I think they drew a big house. QT Marshall won a title at this event, and yeah,
Jesus.
and El Hijo del Vikingo
Glad I don't
collapsed.
watch that.
He's a young man. I believe he was just named number 6 in ESPN's top 30 wrestlers under 30 right now. What do you make of this, man?
That's fucked.
I told you off pod that it either has to do with something medical that I don't want to get into, or it has to do with maybe he has lingering trauma, or maybe he was just like dehydrated and had heat exhaustion. We don't know. Apparently, he's recovered well, but praying for El Hijo del Vikingo on this side of things. Hairline, what do you think, and why, if you had to guess? I know it's not good to ponder and speculate on these sort of things.
Yeah, for sure.
But like, if
I
you
guess
when you sent it to me, what was your initial reaction? I guess is the better way to phrase that question. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know, man. Like I just like assumed it was another like a flippy guy fell on his neck or some shit, you know.
Yeah.
But because he's way too young, man. Like, oh god, dude, like how? Yeah, I don't know. It has to be something like heat exhaustion or
Praying for El Hijo del Vikingo, regardless of what it is. We're just praying for you and your family, man. We hope you get better. It's just very sad. You're a young guy. And if it has to do with like a link, because listen, man, this is all I want to say. Remember when Rey Mysterio like accidentally killed that guy in the
yeah,
ring?
yeah, kick the
Okay,
guy.
okay. So
Yeah,
what happened was he took a bump onto the rope that a million people have taken a million times, but
right.
somehow
Yeah,
like
yeah.
his spinal cord severed or something like that. I don't want to speak out of turn. But all I'm saying is like, that was something
Right.
lingering that happened probably over years of giving his body to the sport. And then he just takes a simple move and boom, that happens. So
Nah,
I'm just
nah.
wondering, like, hopefully, like, they don't find anything wrong with El Hijo, something with his brain or something. God for fucking bid, and I just worry about that because you hear Osprey talking about, well, like, I might have to retire or like my career might get called short. I don't even think he's 30
Well,
yet. It's
so
like, God damn it.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. That's what I was saying to you basically through the messenger was like, God damn it, man. Like, so basically, it was all like we saw what the British Bulldogs all did, and
right.
by the time it trickled dynamite, you know what I'm saying?
By
So
doing
like,
what? All he did was hopped over a guy who laid down. We saw that.
right,
That was just the Bulldogs. Now take that and multiply that by like 50.
a million.
A
Yeah, that's what I'm
million,
saying,
dude.
son. Yeah.
Take that and multiply it by Young Bucks, and like look at what we
God,
got, dude.
for real though, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunate. So, but
So yeah,
like I
praying
think
for El Hijo though.
I I guess it's more or less like like this is a ongoing like we're gonna have to readdress this, you know.
Exactly,
And our
exactly.
initial thoughts, like yeah, yeah, you know, innocent until proven guilty, you know,
Right.
that kind of
And just like I
ish.
don't like speculating, but we're doing a show. We got to kind of get into it. But again, without getting
Yeah, well, yeah,
gross.
yeah, because our listeners, man. Yeah, yeah, we can't choose our listeners' opinions and like alienate
Yeah.
people,
And
you
we
know.
can't choose
Yeah,
what
yeah,
happens in wrestling. I can't just choose to
right.
ignore like a fucking
Yeah,
headline. So, anyways,